Hello friends, today your friend Juggler is going to telling you about, what if Naruto was betrayed and become a god of Shinobi world, part 3, finale. Check the creator from link given in the description, and if you enjoy this video then please like, share and subscribe my channel. Let's start the story. Uzumaki, the village in the land of whirlpools that once held the Uzumaki clan, famous for their powerful sealing techniques. It had been destroyed long ago, with the clan nearly wiped out as people feared and felt threatened by their sealing jutsu. Now there lies the ruins of the abandoned village, with hundreds of lost scrolls and not a soul in sight for hundreds of miles. Well, until now. So who do you think sent it? Asked a blonde-haired woman with a Kumo headband on her forehead. Not sure, but we both got the letter and he said something about brethren, so he's probably a Kumo ninja too, said a man with white hair and shades on. Not so sure about that, said another voice behind them as they turned around. Who are you? Did you send the letter? Asked the Kumo woman. No. I got it too. My name is Fu, I'm from Takigakure. What about you guys? The blue-haired girl said, well, I'm Yujito and he's B, we're from Kumagakure. Yujito said, yo. B said, throwing her a peace sign, well, it's great to meet both of you. I too thought the letter was maybe from someone related to me, but since you guys got it too and are from another village. Fu star, that makes 5 of us. Then, said another voice, a red-haired older male who was wearing a IWA headband. He was also with another man, who wore red and black and had a bowl hat on. He too wore an IWA headband. And who are you guys? Fu said, I'm Rashi, he's Han, and we're both from Iwagakure. Overhearing your conversation, we assume none of you were the ones who brought us here. Han said, this is strange, first the hidden cloud, then waterfall, now the hidden stone village. We're all from different villages and got the same letter. Yujito said, how about a rogue ninja, said yet another voice as a young man approached with medium brown hair and wearing a blue robe. I got the same letter you all are talking about, I used to come from Kirigakure. My name is Yotakata, he introduced himself. Very interesting. Yotakata quickly turned around to see who he knew as the 4th Mizukage. You're Yagura Karatachi, so you must have sent the letter. Yujito said, what does the 4th Mizukage want with ninja from other villages? Rashi said, I don't want any part of your civil war. Fu said, you all misunderstand, for I too got the letter. I was under the impression that it was you all who led me here. Yagura said, so you ain't send it either? B said, no, he did not. Stated a voice from the dark, empty building that stood before them. They all turned to see a red-haired boy walking out towards them. So, it was who brought us here. Who are you? Yagura said in a demanding tone. No, I did not arrange this either. My name is Gara, I reside from Tsunagakure and I hold the one-tailed beast known as Shikaku. Gara said, wait, you're a Jinchuriki? Me too. I got the 7 tails. Fu said excitedly, really? I hold the 2 tails. Yujito said, I got the 8 tails. B said 6 tails. Yotakata said as they all began to look at each other curiously. 5. Han said 4, said Rashi, and I have the 3rd. Yagura finished. Wait, so that means that we're all Yujito started. Jinchuriki, said a voice from the building Gara had just came from moments before. Out walked a boy, wearing an all-black jumpsuit with a sword on his back. He took off the Umbu-style mask to reveal his blonde hair and whisker marks, with his ocean blue eyes. I am Naruto Uzumaki, holder of the 9-tailed fox Kurama, shinobi of Konohagakure and son of the 4th Hokage. Naruto introduced himself. No way, you're Minato, Namikaze's son. Yujito said, that's what you meant in the letter by brethren, you meant us Jinchuriki. Rashi concluded, that is correct. I'm so glad you all could make it here, my brothers and sisters, no matter how skeptical you could have been. I know you have traveled a great distance and you seek many questions, for I am prepared to answer. Naruto said, why did you call us here? What's this? Enemy you speak of? Yagura questioned before answering. Naruto appeared in front of Yagura within the blink of an eye, grabbing his shoulder and throwing a sign before saying release. Whoa, the kid's fast. I could barely see him. Thought Rashi W. What did you do? Yagura asked a bit confused. I released you from a genjutsu you were under, I could tell from the moment you landed here. Naruto explained genjutsu. I was manipulated. Yagura said yes you were, do you know for how long? Naruto asked. I remember. There were these people with black robes and red clouds, this man with an orange spiral mask. Yagura said, recollecting his memories. Akatsuki. Naruto growled as he walked back next to Gaara to stand before them. Listen up, my brethren. I know this all seems strange and sudden, but there is a group out there known as the Akatsuki. They are a group of highly skilled, S-rank rogue ninja and they are hunting us. Naruto said. Why? What did we ever do to them? Fu asked. We're Jinchuriki, they want the tailed beasts inside of us. For what I do not know, but they're out there and Yagura is full proof. Naruto said. He's right, the man I was talking about, he put me under the genjutsu. He's Madara Uchiha. Yagura said as everyone, even Naruto, grew wide eyes. What? They all shouted in unison. Madara Uchiha? I thought he had died long ago. Naruto said. I thought so too, but he came to me a while ago with two others, a blue-haired woman and a man with orange hair, he had the Rinnegan. I also encountered two other people with the same robes, it was Konoha's Onitake Uchiha and another man whom he was with. I killed him in my two-tailed state while Itachi managed to escape. Yagura said. So, this Akatsuki is real after all. Rashi said. Very real, and they will do everything in their power to hunt us down and extract us of our tailed beast, killing us in the progress. That is, unless we stick together. Naruto said. Stick together? Han said with his eyebrow raised. Look, these people are dangerous and will stop at nothing to get what they want, but so are we. Alone, we are some of the strongest shinobi in our villages, but together we are unstoppable. Do you know why I called you all my brothers and sisters? Because we have a connection, and it's not just our tailed beasts. I may not know all of you, but if there's one thing we all have in common, it's that everyone despises us, right? Naruto said. They all looked at the ground upon hearing this, some looking saddened thinking about it more. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't bother me. I've worked really hard to become a proud Kumo ninja. Yujito stated. I can't relate, I've always had to be secluded but I want to go out there and make friends. Maybe now, we can all be friends. Fu said. Well, I've never had too many problems. Sure, I would get some glares and there were others who didn't like me, but I didn't let them get to me. Rashi said. Same here. Han said. Well, I can't say the same, my village probably hates me even more for abandoning it. Yudhakata said. Because of the genjutsu, I became a vicious tyrant and created a war within the village. There's thousands of people who want my head. Yagura said. Yet I get the mean looks and most people ignore me, but I don't care. I just do my thing. B said. Well, let me ask you guys a question, say you get captured by the Akatsuki and extracted of your beast, how many do you think would mourn your death? Naruto asked. Some, but not a lot. Fu said sadly as they all nodded silently in agreement. Now let me ask you this, do you guys want to see a world where people like us can be treated equally amongst the population? Where there is no hatred or discrimination towards those who have done no wrong? Where scum like the Akatsuki no longer walk the earth and we can finally live in peace? Naruto questioned. What are you getting at? Yagura said. I know the most of you may be loyal to your village and have some people that actually give a damn about you, I do too actually, but I want you all to join me in my plans for the future. We cannot fight the Akatsuki unless we stick together, we cannot change the world unless we are one, united front. I want to create world peace, and I plan on maintaining that peace, together as a family. Naruto said we can't just lay down everything and join you, Naruto. Even if we all are Jinchuriki, we can't just up and throw away our lives. Roshi said you're not throwing away anything, brother. You see, I want you all to prosper, to not have to worry about people hunting you, to be praised and loved for your heroics and courage instead of being hated and feared for something you didn't even ask for. I plan to change all of that. I will erase the wicked scum of this world so the innocent can prosper and find true peace. Naruto said, how exactly do you plan on doing that? Yudhakata asked with this. Naruto said as he pulled out a black notebook with the words Death Note written in bold white letters. This is the Death Note. It is a book that has the power to kill any human by simply writing their name while thinking of their face. Believe, I know exactly how it sounds, but it is very real. Naruto said seriously. A magic notebook that can kill people by writing their name? You honestly expect us to believe something like that? Yujito said, folding her arms. Allow me to demonstrate. Naruto said before walking back into the building and bringing out two tied-up ninja, a boy and a girl, with an Otagaku or headband. These guys are named Zaku, Abumi and Kintsuke. They serve under the Snake Sannin known as Orochimaru. They attempted to aid him in capturing or killing my friend, Sasuke, and then hurt my other friends. They are both scum as they help Orochimaru commit his evil acts of kidnapping and experimenting on people, even children. So, I am going to kill one of them with the Death Note. What? Kin screamed, let us go, you brat. I swear I'm gonna kill you when I get out of here. Zaku yelled as Naruto started writing his name. In 40 seconds, you will die of a heart attack. Naruto said to Zaku, then how about you untie me so I can kill you in 40 seconds, you nine-tailed brat. Zaku yelled, Lord Orochimaru will kill you for this. So you better let us go. Kin yelled, this is ridiculous. Yagura said, when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill you and then I'm gonna find your friends and rip them. Zaku stopped as he felt immense pain in his chest before his eyes went white and his body went limp, falling over lifelessly. Everyone there was shocked at this, while Kin looked pale and absolutely terrified. It's been 40 seconds too. Fu said as she had been counting in her head, so the book is real. Yagura said, he's actually dead. Yujito said, what kind of power that book must possess? Roshi said, now, it's your turn. Naruto said, looking at Kin, no. Please don't kill me. I'll do anything. Anything. Kin pleaded with tears flowing from her eyes. Anything. Naruto said, yes. I swear. Kin said, then how about instead of killing you, you can be my little mole? Naruto said, you mean, you want me to be a spy for you? Kin asked, yes, will that be a problem? Naruto said, and no. I'll do it. Kin agreed, good. You'll head back and tell Orochimaru that I killed Zaku, you'll be serving him still and relaying any information you have to me. I'll contact you when I see fit, and we'll meet in another area, but we'll talk about that another time. You go back for now, and remember, I can kill you from anywhere at any time. Do well to remember that. If you ever think about betraying me. Naruto said, setting the girl free. Why yes, I understand. Kin said before heading off. Naruto then turned to face his fellow Jinchuriki as they all looked at him, now more willing to hear him out. Do you see now, my people? With this book we can reshape the shinobi world in the way we want. I don't want to destroy the villages or get revenge, no, all I want is to create true peace. Will you help me do that? Naruto asked. But we'd be playing God. Han said, we wouldn't be playing God, my brother. We'd be God. Naruto said as his eyes turned red with a black slit and the others could feel the intensity of his words. I'll do it, there's nothing for me in Takigakure, and with this Akatsuki threat on the horizon, it's probably best if we stick together. After all, IIVE never had a family, and I would love to experience that with those who are like me. Fu said, I agree, I'm a rogue ninja anyway, so I have no place else to go. Yotakata said, I can never go back home after all that has happened, and you saved me from the genjutsu. I'll join you. Yagura said, I'll go. You're right, we need to stick together to fight off the Akatsuki. And, I guess I do agree, I don't want to be judged and mistreated anymore. Yujito said, I'll go where you go, Yujito. Though I'm sure my bro would be pretty mad. B said, I left my village a while back to go and train to control my tailed beast's power. I guess it won't hurt to miss a few more years, or even longer. Rashi said, I agree. Han said, you know I've been with you from the start. Naruto. Gaara said, perfect, I'm so glad to have you all, my brethren, by my side. Together we will create a better world for people like us, and we will annihilate all evil. We can go to an island which holds the ruins of the tailed beasts, we can go there and train to control our beast's power. Maybe afterwards we can come back to this village and start to rebuild, but for now we should all head back to our villages, as I still have a few things to finish up in Konoha. I'll come back to you guys by teleporting back to you with my father's jutsu, using the kunao that you all received with the letter. Until we meet again, my brothers and sisters. Naruto said as they all began to make their way back to their villages, and Naruto teleported him and Gaara back into his apartment in Konoha. We have just 2 days to prepare for the Chunin exams, I wish you well in your battle. Sasuke is a very tough opponent. Naruto said, I'll keep that in mind. Gaara said as he then left his apartment, looks like everything is set in motion. Ryuk said to Naruto, yep. I'm one step closer to my goal, though I am sad I'll have to leave my friends, it's for the greater good. Naruto said, I wonder why you didn't tell them about me. Ryuk asked, I figured I'd just save that for when we finally leave. They'll see you soon. Naruto responded. Naruto would then go to study and train for the next 2 days until the finals. Upon arrival he would see his fellow shinobi except 2 that were missing. Hey, where's Sasuke and Sakura? Naruto asked. Dosu went missing and never showed back up, so they decided to just automatically pass Sakura and grant her the rank of Chunin. Shikamaru said, wow, that's great. Naruto said, happy for his teammate. As for Sasuke, he's running late apparently. Shikamaru added, ah well, he better get back here before the exams end. It'll be Gaara who gets the pass instead of him if he misses it. Naruto said, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the finals of the Chunin exams. The proctor said as the crowd cheered loudly, and for our first match of the day, Niji Hyuga vs Naruto. Uzumaki Niji and Naruto walked into the arena, surrounded by the millions of people who were shouting and cheering loud, awaiting the oncoming battle. Of course, none of the civilians thought Naruto would actually win, they just wanted to see Niji pummel him into the ground. Hell! None of the shinobi even thought Naruto would win. How could a dead last stand against the Hyuga prodigy? Only ninja who knew that Naruto was a lot stronger than he let on was Sakura. Sure, the others saw his fight with Kiba, but they just assumed Kiba lost so badly because he underestimated him. Boy, were they wrong. After I beat you, you're going to apologize to Hinata. Naruto said, beat me? This isn't the time for jokes. You may have easily defeated Kiba, but he and I are completely different. And you're still so upset about Hinata? Why is it that you care so much? It was her destiny to lose to me. Niji said, you're still on that destiny crap. Naruto growled with anger, don't you get it? Destiny is a load of bullshit. Nobody is destined to be weak or be a loser all their life. You can form your own destiny, only you can make or break your future. Naruto says, is that what you believe? That if you are born nothing you can suddenly become something? I don't think you know how the real world works. Niji said, no, I don't think you do, Niji. Of course you can be born with nothing and have everything, just like you can be born with everything and lose everything. There's no Divine law of the universe that says you have to be killed in a storm or die alone in the girl's bathroom or something. People can walk their own paths in life, and you can too. And I'm gonna show you and everyone here that, once they witness the dead last beating the Hyuga prodigy. Naruto said, you are a fool to think you can beat me, just like Hinata it's your destiny to lose. Neji said as he activated his Byakugan. The two then ran at each other, Neji already on the defensive attempting to hit Naruto but he's dodging his attacks. Jumping back, he threw Kunao with explosive tags to which Naruto easily dodged. He then blitzed and punched Neji in the jaw, knocking him off balance. Neji then regained his balance and tried to hit Naruto with a palm strike to the chest, but he deflected it and landed his own palm strike sending Neji flying. Once up, the two engaged in a fierce taijutsu battle, to which Naruto was winning much to Neji's surprise. He then managed to dodge a punch from Naruto and activated his 8 trigrams palms revolving heaven to expel chakra from his body and deflect any incoming attacks. Naruto jumped back and used his technique, wind release, divine wind. Releasing a gust of wind forming several small tornadoes that went towards Neji, launching him up in the air. He landed on his feet and ran at Naruto. 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Neji yelled as he used the famous Hyuga technique trying to hit Naruto in all his chakra points. Though as fast as he was, Naruto dodged every single hit, kicking Neji in the face launching him in the air, jumping up and punching him back down to the ground. Getting up slowly, Neji stares at Naruto in awe. I don't believe it, as skilled and gifted as Neji is, this boy is winning effortlessly. He certainly is powerful. Hayashi, Hinata's father, and Neji's uncle said, Father, is Neji going to lose? Asked Hanabi, Hinata's little sister. Yes, I believe so. I always heard that Naruto child was the weakest amongst the shinobi, but that is clearly not the case. Had Neji had a different opponent, I'm sure he would have easily won. Hayashi says no. I won't lose. My destiny is to win. Neji shouted as he ran at Naruto with great speed. 8 trigrams, 128 palms. Neji yells as the crowd gasps in shocked. What? 128 palms, he managed to double the number. I can't believe how strong Neji has gotten and he's still so young. I have no doubts that will be the strongest Hyuga to ever exist. Hayashi says as he looks on as Neji is launching his new attack at near supersonic speed. He desperately tries to hit Naruto but he is just too fast. On his last hit, Naruto grabs his hand and uppercuts him hard, throwing him in the air and slamming back down to the ground. I give, you win. Neji says, do you see now, Neji? No one is doomed to a certain fate, you can live your own life the way you want. I know what happened to your father, and that wasn't fate. I'm sure he chose to die for his clan. Why don't you try actually talking to his brother for once? Naruto said as Neji stayed silent. You were amazing, Neji, you're one of the strongest guys I know. And you can be even better. You aren't doomed to be at the bottom of your clan just because you aren't in the main branch. Keep going until you reach the top of the food chain. I would be nowhere near as strong as I am today if I just gave up and accepted being a winner. One day, I'm gonna change to entire shinobi world, and you'll be one of the strongest Hyugas that has ever lived, you just gotta believe it. Naruto said, thank you. Naruto. You have truly helped me see life differently. Neji said as he was carried out by a stretcher, and the winner is Naruto Uzumaki. The crowd stayed silent for a few seconds as they were all in complete shock and awe. Then one clap led to another, and soon the entire crowd was cheering and hollering Naruto's name. Heh, I might actually miss this place. Naruto thought as he raised his hands in celebration before going back to the other genin, who congratulated him on his spectacular win. The next match was supposed to be Sasuke vs Gaara, but since Sasuke still had yet to return, the next match held Shino and Kankuro. Shino actually won rather quickly due to his insects eating away at Kankuro's puppets. The next match was then between Shikamaru and Temari, and after a long and tenacious battle Shikamaru eventually quit, even though it seemed like he had the battle won. Everyone was then awaiting Sasuke's arrival, as they were on the edge of their seats for this one. "Hey Naruto, can I talk to you for a sec?" Gaara asked as they walked away from the others. "What is it, Gaara?" Naruto asked. "I won't be fighting with Sasuke." Gaara stated. "What? Why?" Naruto questioned. Confused. "Well, after seeing the power of the Death Note, there was something I had been contemplating since then and decided I would do it." Gaara said. "Do what?" Naruto said with a now serious tone as the crowd waited anxiously. Kakashi and Sasuke both finally arrived in the arena, fashionably late. Just in time for the match, Sasuke and Gaara enter the arena and the crowd went wild for the match. "Begin." The proctor said. "I quit." Gaara said. Everyone was in shock, the civilians, the shinobi, the cage, his siblings, everyone except Naruto. "What?" The entire crowd shouted, enraged. Did I hear you right?" The proctor asked. "Yes, I said I quit, I forfeit the match." Gaara said again, receiving deafening boos. "What? But why?" Sasuke said, confused. "What is that boy doing?" "The fourth Kaze cage," Gaara's father said in rage. Gaara then stared at the cage booth, glaring at his father with menacing eyes. "Gaara, you will fight?" His father yelled from the stands as he kept glaring at his "So long, father." Gaara whispered to himself. Suddenly, the fourth Kaze cage felt a sharp pain in his chest, clutching his chest as the pain intensified. He looked one more time at his son, who was still staring at him with cold eyes. "Gee Gaara," the fourth Kaze cage said before falling over and landing in the arena, lifeless. The fourth Kaze cage was dead. There was a huge panic in the crowd as multiple shinobi quickly moved to retrieve his body and attempt to calm everybody down. Everyone was soon escorted out of the arena and told to stay calm as the Chunin exams were then cancelled, as it would be too soon to just postpone it. Naruto, Shino, Temari, and Sasuke were then elected as Chunin since they had all won, even though some were by default. Even Shikamaru ranked up because of his genius mind. Soon the Sand Shinobi would have to leave, carrying their deceased Kaze cage back to their village. Gaara thanked Naruto for everything before heading off with his siblings and sensei, while Sarutobi sat in his office with Jiraiya. "It's tragic what happened at the Chunin exams yesterday, may God rest his soul." Jiraiya said. "I don't know, I feel like something is wrong." Hiruzen said. "What do you mean?" Asked Jiraiya. "It was a heart attack, everyone in Konoha's bingo book had been killed due to the same thing, all in the same year." Hiruzen said. "Wait, are you saying?" "I don't think the fourth Kazecage's death was due to natural causes. Somebody killed the fourth Kaze cage." Hiruzen concluded. "But who? How could they have even done it?" Jiraiya said. "I don't know, I saw him staring at his son and his son was glaring back as he died. I'm not saying Gaara killed his father, but he should be watched carefully. I need you to relay this information to Tsunagaku, Jiraiya." Hiruzen said. "Will do, sensei." Jiraiya said as he left to deliver the message to the hidden sand village. "But where's the proof, Sarutobi?" one of the village councils, Koharu asks. "I don't have any yet, but I'm almost certain of it." Sarutobi responds. "But how can this possibly be a murder?" The Tsunagaku elders said he died of a heart attack. Stated Homura, another one of Konoha's council. "Yes, I know. But considering every criminal in our prison and in the bingo book have fell to the same fate, something tells me that there has to be some sort of explanation behind this." Sarutobi answers. "Well, if there is indeed someone behind these murders, then we need to track them down and have them arrested immediately. I would have been fine with them killing criminals, but the murder of a cage is a high offense. We could be next." Danzo Shimura exclaims. "Yes, I know, Danzo, but I need to prove their existence first and I have no idea how to do that. So I will be having Shikide Nara on the case, as he is one of the village's most intelligent shinobi. Sarutobi says I agree, if anyone can figure this out, it's him. Koharu agrees along with everyone else as the council meeting was officially over. It had been a couple days since the Chunin exams and everyone was still on edge due to the sudden death of the fourth Kazekage, but most people just brushed it off as a heart attack, which it actually was. You sure killing the Kazekage like that was a good idea? Hee, now you've got everyone feeling uneasy. Says Ryuk, tailing behind Naruto as he sits in the library, training his brain. Good. Soon they'll catch on to my pattern. Then every village will be on alert, then everyone will know fear. The criminals anyway. Naruto quietly responds. I must say, I'm pretty intrigued as to how you'll go about your plans from here. Ryuk says. Just wait Ryuk, soon the whole world will be governed by the ones people hated the most. Naruto responded as he continued reading. After a few hours he left the library, making his way to the ramen shop where he would meet Sakura. Naruto. Glad you could make it? Sakura says. Well of course, I said I'd show up for lunch right? Naruto responds as he orders one bowl of ramen and Sakura does the same. Congrats on ranking up to Chunin, I saw your fight with Niji by the way. I knew you would win. Sakura says. Thanks Sakura, same to you. And yeah, Niji, although strong, needed some sense knocked into him. Naruto says. I feel bad for that Gaara kid though, wasn't the Kazekage his father? Poor guy must be devastated. Sakura says saddened. Yeah, I'm sure he's tearing up about it. Naruto says laughing on the inside. Hey so where's Sasuke? I thought he was gonna join us he adds. Yeah, he should be here soon. Oh. There he is. Sakura exclaims as she points to the right to see Sasuke walking up to them. Naruto, Sakura. Good to see you guys again. Sasuke said. Same to you Sasuke. I'm glad you're doing better now. Sakura says excitedly good to see that you're late. Naruto says sarcastically tch, whatever. I'm here now. Sasuke responds as he sits in between the two and orders a bowl of ramen. So what were you two talking about? He asks. We were just talking about the Chunin exams. Sakura responds as Sasuke begins to frown. The Chunin exams, it still pisses me off that Gaara dropped our match. I knew he was strong and heard what he did to Lee. I know he wasn't afraid to fight me, so what did he think I was weak? Damn it. Sasuke says with anger in his voice. Relax Sasuke, Gaara probably just lost interest in the whole thing. You know he's kinda weird. Naruto says no. He was all too excited to fight you when we first saw him, so why wouldn't he at least try to fight me to get to you? Sasuke wonders. You know, it did seem kinda weird how the Kazekage died like that out of the blue just after Gaara quit, and how Gaara just stared at him moments before he died, it just seemed off. Sakura said. What do you mean by off? Naruto asks. I don't know, it was just kinda weird, that's all. Sakura said. Yeah, that was pretty strange. Sasuke added. Well, I'm gonna head out now. It was good catching up with you guys. Naruto said as he paid for his meal and began to leave. Take care Naruto. Sakura said, waving him off later. Sasuke said as Naruto was walking off, Tuka, the owner of the ramen shop, rushed out the door chasing after a man. Stop you thief! Tuka yelled at the man as he kept running. Sakura and Sasuke both looked at each other and nodded before rushing after the thief. The man kept running as fast as he could, but just as Sakura and Sasuke were about to stop him, a power line came off and shocked the man, electrocuting him to death. He's dead. Sakura said. Reaching the scene serves him right for stealing, Thank you kids for trying to stop him. Consider your meal on the house. Tuka said as the kids still looked somewhat disturbed. Something isn't right. Suzuki drowned in his thought, and as Shinobi arrived on the scene to retrieve the man's body, a distance away by now, there was the faintest smirk on Naruto Uzumaki's face. As Naruto was making his way back to his apartment, his former teacher Jiraiya approached him. "Yo, pervy sage. Good to see ya again." Naruto exclaims. "Why did you call me that?" Jiraiya said, "'Cause you're a sage and a pervert, duh." Naruto said casually, "I'm not a you know what." "Never mind. Anyway, it's good to see you too, Naruto. Congratulations on rising up to the rank of Chunin as well. I heard about your match with Niji. I'm truly proud of how far you've come." Jiraiya says, congratulating the boy. "Ah, thanks pervy sage," Naruto says with a grin on his face. "Speaking of the Chunin exams, the Hokage assigned me to locate Tsunade, another one of the Sannin, in order to heal Rock Lee's injuries. Would you like to accompany me in finding her?" Jiraiya asks. "Sure, why not?" Naruto responds. "Great, then start getting your things packed and meet me at the village gate in half an hour," Jiraiya says as Naruto nods before heading inside his place to get his bag packed before heading out. As they exited the village and started walking down the path, they walked by two hooded figures whom Naruto and Jiraiya both noticed but decided to continue on. "So, the Akatsuki are finally making their move then. Looks like I need to assemble my brethren sooner than I thought," Naruto thought silently as they kept moving. As for the hooded figures, they kept walking until they were sure they were a far enough distance. "Wasn't that the Nine Tails?" The one with the sword on his back asked. "Yes, and it seems he's traveling with Jiraiya now. We need to find a way to separate the two. Let's turn around, follow them, but carefully," the other one said as the one with the sword nodded as they began to head in Naruto and Jiraiya's direction. However, they were faced with Kakashi, Kurane, and Asuma coming from the trees as they moved further. "So, care to explain why you two have been wandering around the village areas?" Kakashi said. "I think you know why we're here," Kakashi once said, looking at him with Sharingan eyes. Kakashi's eyes widened as he immediately got serious and unveiled his Sharingan. "Wait, is that Itachi Uchiha?" Kurane said in shock. "Why did you come back to the leaf? To finish Sasuke off?" Asuma says angrily, "No, we're here to finish the fourth Hokage's legacy." Itachi said, leaving the two confused, but Kakashi knew exactly what he meant. Jiraiya had told him about the Akatsuki and how they were hunting tailed beasts and how Itachi is one of them. "Well, you'll have to get past us first." Kakashi said, "Your Sharingan is just a borrowed gift, Kakashi, allow me to show you the real deal." Itachi said as his Sharingan shifted into a pattern and put Kakashi deep into Genjutsu, rendering him completely out of the fight. Kurane and Asuma tried to stop him, but Kisame held them back, kicking Kurane into a tree and cutting Asuma on his side, injuring him. "They're done, Kisame, let's go before more show up," Itachi said as he and Kisame dashed into the trees, rushing away from the scene. Kurane and an injured Asuma then got up and had to carry Kakashi to the village entrance, where the guards saw them and immediately brought them to the hospital. While in the room, Might Guy showed up a minute later. "I heard Kakashi got hurt pretty bad. What happened?" Guy asked. "Itachi happened," Kurane responded as in Itachi Uchiha. "He's back," Guy said, surprised. "Yep, and it sounds like he's after Naruto. For whatever reason, I have no idea." Asuma said, "Well, if this is true, we should keep this quiet and especially not tell Q. Guy said as he noticed Sasuke standing right behind him, looking at the floor. "Itachi has returned, and he's looking for Naruto." Sasuke said, "Why, yeah, but it's fine, Naruto already left with Jiraiya." So Kurane didn't finish as Sasuke ran off to go search for them, immediately leaving the village after them. Naruto and Jiraiya eventually landed in a town where they could stay for the night. While they were there, Jiraiya had met a woman named Emi who seemed to be interested in him, so he went on a date with her while Naruto went back to their room. While in there, he heard a knock on the door, opening it to reveal a man with Sharingan red eyes. "Naruto Uzumaki, you need to come with us," the man said in a menacing tone. Naruto looked at the two, the man with the Sharingan eyes and the man with shark-like skin carrying a sword. "No, I don't think I will," Naruto said. "I don't think you have a choice, boy," Kisame said. "Itachi," yelled a voice from down the hall as Itachi noticed none other than his brother, Sasuke. "Hey, that kid looks just like you and he's got a Sharingan too," Kisame said. "Yes, he's my younger brother," Itachi said as he stepped forward. "Huh, I thought you had killed all the Uchihas. Guess you still had sentiment for your bro, huh?" Kisame said, but Itachi just stared at Sasuke charging his Chidori. "So Kakashi's been teaching him. I'm surprised he managed to learn the Chidori." Itachi thought, "I have been waiting for this moment for a long time, to kill you," Sasuke screamed, running at Itachi with his attack. However, Itachi effortlessly pushed his Chidori into the wall, much to Sasuke's shock. Sasuke quickly recovered and tried attacking Itachi, but to no avail, as Itachi effortlessly dodged and attacked him, holding him up against the wall. "After all these years, you're still weak," Itachi said, putting Sasuke in a genjutsu, making him relieve that dreadful night. While that was happening, Naruto caught Kisame's attention. "You had a hand in putting Yagura under that genjutsu, didn't you?" Naruto asked. "What? How could you even know about that?" Kisame said. "Doesn't matter, consider this revenge," Naruto said. Within the blink of an eye, Naruto was behind Kisame, holding his head, crushing it as his lifeless body dropped to the floor. Itachi, too shocked to even conjure up words, then saw Jiraiya, who had returned from his date. Itachi quickly escaped, leaving the scene at hand. "Naruto, did you kill that guy?" Jiraiya asked, pointing at Kisame. "Yeah, but that's not important now, we need to get Sasuke to the hospital quick," Naruto said. Just then, Guy shows up to help fight but sees that it is already over and Itachi has disappeared. Guy assumes that Jiraiya was the one to take out Kisame, but neither Jiraiya nor Naruto. So, that's it for today. I hope you guys like it and enjoyed the story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel for great stories like this. Thank you, see you soon in next video.